it's Hillary Clinton. Her false arguments on her electability and why she's going to win this race. First of all, I would like to make clear, if she was so electable, why is she losing? The idea that she might be more electable than Obama is absurd on its face, because clearly she's not. She's losing. All right, now, let's go to the second argument that she's making. I'm in a better position in the popular vote. In fact, she's been saying lately, I'm winning the popular vote. Now, three huge problems with that argument. Number one, it's not true. Okay, she includes Florida and Michigan. Obama was not even on the ballot in Michigan. She's making up stuff about races that are not sanctioned and that she didn't, quote-unquote, beat Obama in. Come on. I mean, this is all completely beyond the bounds of reason. They didn't, obviously, campaign in Florida. Obviously, that is also not counted. That's problem number one. Problem number two is several great articles about this on Daily Kos, including one by 9 Points, a person named 9 Points, I guess, saying, look, Texas has and New York have almost the same exact number of people in them, right? It's not exact, but close, right? The population is close. But in fact, 2.8 million people voted in Texas and 1.8 million people voted in New York. Now, why such a big disparity? Because New York is a closed primary, only Democrats can vote, and Texas is an open primary where Republicans and independents can vote. So if you're doing the metric of the popular vote, well, it's the whole thing's thrown off because everybody has different contests. Some have primaries, some have caucuses,
right,
some have closed primaries, some have open primaries. So you can't obviously you can't do it by popular vote because everybody has different rules. So it's not really a representation of the country. And then that leads to the third point, which is the overwhelming point. The caucuses and the primaries are counted completely different. And Obama cleaned up in the caucuses.
Of course. So what you're really doing, and let me jump in here and say it because it's needed to be said for a long time. Finally, people are starting to repeat this argument. If you buy the popular vote theory, which is totally bogus anyway, as you say, because she hasn't won the popular vote, then you're saying, okay, Iowa, you don't count. Maine, you don't count. All of the Democrats in all of these states are disenfranchised from the primary process. We don't think about you anymore. Forget it. You don't have the right to choose the candidate.
If we were doing it based on popular vote, if that was the metric we were going to use all along, nobody would have spent any time in Iowa or New Hampshire. Instead, they spent 6, 9 months, maybe a year in Iowa and New Hampshire. They would have spent all their time in California, New York, Texas, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? So to say, okay, you ran based on these rules. Now we're going to take those rules and we're going to throw them out. Instead, we're going to have new rules. Ha-ha, it's based on popular vote. But then I would have spent a year in California. That's insane. The whole thing is absurd. All right, let's come back. Young Turks.